For the sign of Libra, hello, welcome to my channel. Let's see what's going on. Libra, in recent past, we got the Tower card, and it's with the Seven of Pentacles. So, the Tower card, it's about trying to hold too tightly to the status quo, and that can be a disaster. It's all about rolling with the changes. It could have been that some people or situations that you had counted on in the recent past as being there for you, they probably were no longer there in quite the same way. Now, this didn't have to be drastic because we all know change is the nature of life. So if we try to prevent it, it could be, or it could have been like trying to row upstream without a paddle. And if you've been building some castles in the air, it would have been the time that some of them come crashing down to earth. But that only would have been a problem if you let it be, because you could have replaced them with some more realistic and reachable goals and dreams if some fantasies fell apart in the recent past. Now, in Tower, it's with the Seven of Pentacles. I like the Seven of Pentacles because if you look at this card, it says it all. I really don't have to explain it to you. You see how this lady is watering this plant? Seven of Pentacles is the card below the word pass. She's watering this plant. It's probably just a little teeny tiny baby when she first got it. Now it's about 9 feet tall. The leaves are dark and green and rich. And it looks like she probably gets up every morning, take care of it, and before she goes to bed, she makes sure it's all right. It's doing well. Seven of Pentacles is a card about returns on investments. It can be literal, such as a bank account returning money to you, or figuratively, such as the investment of time and effort and energy that you put into a relationship. It's about reaping what you have sown, and this is very positive. So you should be feeling more secure than you have in a while. Things will be moving along really well, and you'll be feeling hopeful about the future when you get to the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so really hopeful about the future with a good cause. So you probably in the recent past had to decide where to put your energy into things, people, situations that you were already involved with, or whether to spend your energy and time trying to bring more into your life. So, recent past for you, Libra, Tower and Seven of Pentacles. So, I'm thinking for a lot of you, you were in a relationship that you really wanted it to work. Yeah, you must have really liked this person. You wanted to reap the rewards from all the energy that you put into it. You wanted it to grow. But because the Tower card is here, oh, sorry about that, I'm choking. Because the Tower card is here, it looks like things fell apart. The connection came crashing down. But the good thing about it is you were enlightened by this disaster in the recent past. Because you really wanted it to work, you wanted the relationship to make it, but it didn't. It fell apart. And your eyes were awakened by the disaster. So, sorry to hear that. Something you really wanted and it just collapsed. But that's the past. That's a recent past. Let's move on away from that. And let's see what's coming up for the present time. We got the Seven of Cups, and it's with the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Cups, it's a card about choices. It indicates confusion. So where there's disorganization and just having way too much going on. This card is about needing to narrow your focus. You're probably trying to do too much and doing most of it not really well. So it's about choosing just a few of the important things that are on your plate and work through them one by one carefully. Because you could start to feel overwhelmed. Just remember you're in control of at least some areas, how much you're trying to take on. Now that's the Seven of Cups, and it's clarified. It's paired with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, it points to necessary effort. You got a lot on your plate, a lot of things that you want to accomplish. Dedication to the task is important and admired, but if you let it work for its own sake, it can be counterproductive. So it's about being clear on what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah, being clear on what you're trying to do. Um, and maybe just choose a few of the important things that are on your plate and work through them one by one carefully. So you may start to feel overwhelmed, but just know, well, yeah, this Seven of Cups is kind of like the Eight of Pentacles. It's just you got too much work there. So you're starting to feel overwhelmed about the choices and the work. Yeah, so it's about striving for balance with this Eight of Pentacles. Because no one can work all the time. No one can and should work all the time. But it's showing a very hard work period. If you take a look at the Eight of Pentacles, it's the card below the word present. And that's the Eight of Pentacles. You see how this man, he's working? It looks like it's going into nighttime. He probably started early morning or sunrise, and he's still working. And it's going, like I said, it's about to become dark, and it's about to become night. And on top of that, it's raining really heavy. Those raindrops are really huge. So it's about a hard work period, just working. You could be mastering your craft, or this person might enjoy their employment. But anyway, that's what the Seven of Cups is clarified with. It's paired with this Eight of Pentacles. So what this is basically saying, coming up for you, is that a lot of you Libras, I feel like you're dealing with someone that keeps the door open. They have a lot of options. Yeah, they juggle. They not only see you, but they see a lot of other people. So it's causing the connection to become just a mess, just a hot mess. Or this person needs to narrow down their focus. They just, yeah, they got too many options. Yeah, and it looks like you're putting in all the work in the relationship while this person goes out and um, juggle, two-time, flirt around, mix and mingle, deal with their other choices. So someone could be the same person from the recent past that we talked about where things came crashing down. It could be because when you hear the word recent past, that could have been last week. It could have been a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, or more. So you might still be dealing with the same person where things just fell apart and you really wanted it to work. And now it looks like you realize that you're the only one putting all the effort and energy and work into the connection, while they keep the door open and keep their options. You're the one giving it your all. You're the one giving it the best shot. You're the one trying really hard to master the connection or to master the relationship. So your person is just, they're not taking, it doesn't look like they're taking it as serious because they still play the field. That's what the Seven of Cups is showing. Just too many options there. And you're doing all the work in the relationship. Yeah, so you're the one who's trying to hold it together. But let's see what the challenge is going to be. So we got the Six of Cups, and it's with the Moon card. Now, Six of Cups is a card about nostalgia, looking back on how things used to be. It can be, but not always connected with children or childhood. When you get this card, it's important to not spend too much time, effort, and energy thinking about the good old days, because we all have happy memories to reflect on from time to time. But if we start to think that the best of all the years have gone by, then that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Six of Cups sits with the Moon card. Now, the Moon card, you probably start to feel psychic and intuitive. So it's going to be important for you to trust your instincts and your impressions, even if you don't know where it's coming from. Not that you need to be mistrusting, but it will be helpful for you to realize that when you get this card, the Moon card, It's possible that all is not what it seems. If you feel you cannot trust someone, then you probably cannot. So make sure you go with your gut instinct. If you're waiting on an answer from someone, it may unfortunately take longer. Yeah, if you're waiting on an answer, it probably will take longer than you would like for it to. So it's about trying to stay patient. So with these two cards paired together for the challenge, Six of Cups and the Moon card, it looks like you could be sticking with this person out of familiarity. Yeah, Six of Cups is about happy memories, someone that you're really comfortable, like wearing an old pair of shoes that they just fit your feet perfect because they're familiar with your feet and you're familiar with how the shoe fits. So you're sticking with someone out of familiarity. And you got a lot of happy memories with this person. Could be old memories, but it's important to refocus towards the future when you get this card because it looks like you could be stuck on the past. You know that there's deception there because the Moon card is showing up for your as a clarifier. Yeah, because the Moon card, it's about feeling like someone's wearing a mask and not saying how they really feel. So you feel like the person is holding you back. So you don't trust the connection, but you're sticking around out of familiarity. You don't trust it. You don't trust the person. You feel like they wear a mask. So I don't know if that's good. But anyway, that's your challenge. Now let's see what the outcome is. We got the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords. It can stand for a powerful, opinionated, forceful man in your life. He could have hair and eyes on the darker end of the spectrum, but it could go either way. Or you may be tempted to think only about how things affect you personally, particularly when this card is not representing an actual person in your life, so you have to consider the feelings of others before you act. Now, the King of Swords, it does point to, like I said, a very forceful energy. You may not be able to get this person or man in your life to change his mind or to do what you want. You may need to change something major about your behavior, thoughts, and or expectations. But make sure you don't overextend your reach. This King of Swords is with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a card that reminds us that fortune is in your favor. Things are at a turning point. But just remember that this too shall pass. Whether it's good times or bad times, it passes. Because it is a wheel, it turns. If all of a sudden you find yourself sitting on top of the world, keep your perspective, as that too, like everything else, changes. So live in the now, count your blessings, and just realize that much of life is really outside of our control, but even that's okay. It's about rolling with the changes. So Libra, for the outcome, King of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like you're dealing with somebody who's narcissistic. They keep their options open. They make you put all the effort and energy into the relationship. You're doing all the work. It looks like for a lot of you, you're sticking around with this, or you are sticking around with this person out of familiarity. It's just comfortable, or it's just what you're used to. You know that this person is deceitful. You don't trust them. This person is the King of Swords, is considered the narcissist, so this person will mistreat you and they will overstep their bounds. So, yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune is here for you, and that's a good thing. It means that fortune is in your favor. So, if you decide to walk away from this, everything is in your favor. Everything works out to benefit you. You probably turn around and run into something that's better, or something that will benefit you in a really good way. Something better than how this person is treating you. So just remember that, Libras, fortune is in your favor. You're holding on to someone out of familiarity, just someone that you're used to. It's a comfort zone. You're stuck in a comfort zone. And this person has you doing all the work. They have you trying to keep the relationship together. You're putting in all the energy and effort. They have a lot of options. They see other people. You don't trust them. They're deceitful. And they mistreat you. King of Swords, a narcissist. They overstep their bounds and they have a very forceful type of energy. So, Libra, just remember, fortune is in your favor. If you decide to walk away from this, a lot of great things will happen for you. Yeah, but you have to take advantage of the opportunity at the moment. Yeah, not 3 months from now, but now, because fortune is in your favor. The wheel does turn. So you have to jump on the opportunity while it's there for you. And it's there for you now. So if a lot of you are thinking about getting out, now will be the time with fortune in your favor. Not that I'm saying to leave, I don't give that kind of advice, but this person is not treating you the way you feel that they should. So some of you might think about grabbing that wheel and running with it. So that's a reading that I have for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated. As you know, general readings, they do not always resonate with everyone. Then again, if you like the reading, please comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell